Amouage Beloved Man was released in 2013, and it is a fragrance offering from the glorious house Amouage that we all know and most of us respect and love. This fragrance comes in both a 100 ml and 50 ml bottle. The presentation for all Amouage fragrances is pretty much the same. The bottles are going to change in color, and the little jewels at the top and the boxes are going to differ, but they're all the same shaped bottle, and they do have the magnetic caps now, which is definitely part of a trend with the fragrance houses are now releasing all the magnetic caps, which is kind of cool. I like the magnetic caps, but getting a little redundant. Be cool if they came out with something different. But Amouage doesn't need the magnetic cap. I think their bottles are beautiful without it. But they have come out with the magnetic caps now. But this bottle is the older style bottle. Obviously, it's the change up with the magnetic cap was just within the last year. Obviously, this came out in 2013, so it's not an old fragrance. So no magnetic cap there. It's a nice looking bottle. You got the jewel at the top, the crown, all that good stuff. Here's the box. Beloved, 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 beloved. So there you go. Opens up like this. And here is the sprayer. So all the Amouage fragrances, the bottles and everything, they all look nice. Sprayers are all pretty good. They're kind of in between. So there you go. So Beloved Man is one of the least talked about fragrances by Amouage. I don't really understand why. It's another one of those fragrances that for me with Amouage is kind of like a more mainstream take on a fragrance, which might be why people aren't totally blown away by it, but I think it's really nice. So kind of like with Reflection Man, how people it's always kind of like a meh fragrance or a love it fragrance. I personally like Reflection Man the most out of all of the Amouage fragrances, and Jubilation 25 and Interlude Man would be the runners-up for me. But this particular fragrance, Beloved Man, is no slouch, and I feel like absolutely nobody talks about it at all. I don't think I've ever seen anyone even post it in fragrance groups for like a scent of the day or anything like that. It's just not one that I ever see pop up very much. I will say that the fragrance is reminiscent of a designer fragrance that I think most of us really enjoy. And I've talked to a couple people that enjoy this fragrance. They kind of said they kind of agree with it. It's missing a couple of the notes and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of reminiscent of it. And that is Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf. This fragrance to me opens up with a burst of citrus. It's got like some grapefruit and orange going on, and then quickly goes, so it's kind of sharp at the beginning, and then it quickly goes to a leathery, sort of incense, peppery, almost creamy from this orris root iris combination with some guaiac wood and sandalwood, and it's just a very smooth, incensey, spicy, floral fragrance, if that makes sense. Definitely more prominent with the spices and the leather and the incense and all that kind of stuff. But the opening is very sharp for the first 15 minutes or so, and the dry down and the mid portion of the fragrance is done very well in my opinion. It's very well blended. And it's one of those fragrances that I don't think is going to offend anybody. I have gotten compliments with this one. And it's just kind of reminiscent of like a classic man's fragrance. You got the peppery, spicy, cinnamony sort of vibe going on. Although some people that I did talk to about this said they get no cinnamon out of it, but I get like some kind of like cinnamon or nutmeg thing going on with it, where it's got like a sweet sort of spice mixed with the pepper and the incense and the leather. So it has like just the right amount of spice, slight bit of sweetness with that hard leather edge and the creaminess from the florals. It's just a well-balanced fragrance in my opinion. Is it worth the price point? Maybe not. If you're looking for a fragrance that's kind of in the same vein as this fragrance, I would say, Spice Bomb. except for Spice Bomb is much more sweet. But all in all, this is really a pretty good scent, and I don't know why nobody talks about it. Amouage as a house is definitely held on a pedestal for most people, and I know that, with Interlude Man being a super complex, intriguing fragrance, and Jubilation 25 being held on a pedestal for being the best or one of the best incense resinous fragrances on the market today, and Reflection Man being on a pedestal too for a lot of people. This one really doesn't get much play. A lot of the other Amouage fragrances don't get much play at all, as a matter of fact. But I did want to shed some light on this one. I do think it is bottle worthy if you're looking for a fragrance that is well blended, that has those notes. It does not wow me. It does not wow me, but it is very good. So if you're looking for a classier, manly sort of fragrance that's not super loud either, it does not shout. It's smooth. It transitions well. It's it comes off the skin a decent amount, but it's not a projection beast. You do 3 or 4 sprays with this in your set. It's just one of those fragrances where you smell manly, but you're not. It's not begging for attention. So if you're looking for that kind of incense leathery fragrance that's not shouting off off the rooftops like Tuscan Leather does or something like that, then I think this is a good choice, and it's worth checking out. So that being said, I feel like anyone can pull this fragrance off, any age. It doesn't matter. It's just a real nice fragrance. Very nice, like I said, manly fragrance that any man could pull off. And it's just well suited for any time of the year, any sort of occasion. A very good fragrance for a signature scent. So that has been Amouage, Beloved Man. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later.